Although he loves mushrooms, chemist Stefan Sieber no longer believes that the next generation of antibiotics will come from the forest. Increasingly, the substances that fungi produce to protect themselves don't work against resistant bacteria.
We're not looking for substances in fungi. We're pursuing a completely different path, looking for new chemical compounds that don't work like traditional antibiotics.
Sieber's team is trying to find out exactly what makes certain strains of bacteria so dangerous. The microbes themselves don't make us sick. Instead, it's the toxins they emit. And bacteria produce more toxins in a stressful environment.
If you start to kill bacteria, they'll do everything they can to prevent it. That's where resistance comes from. You'd do that too if you were put in a life or death situation. You try to find a way out. That's what a bacterium does. And that's why we're trying to prevent the bacterium from producing toxins.
The starting point for the new approach is a bacterial protein that sets the machinery of toxin production in motion. Sieber's team has discovered a substance that is able to block the protein. So toxins are never released. The researchers have tested the compound in both the petri dish and live animal models.
The top mouse healed more quickly because the bacteria were stripped of their defenses. We assume the immune system was then able to eliminate them bit by bit. The abscess never grew to significant size. In other words, this mouse got better faster than a mouse that hadn't received our treatment would have. An untreated mouse might not even have survived an abscess like this.
So the method works, at least in mice. But can't bacteria also grow resistant to this treatment, just like with antibiotics?
Here's a simplified overview of what happens when bacteria are eliminated by an antibiotic. We'll show that with red crosses. But it could be that one of them manages to avoid destruction because a spontaneous mutation has made it resistant. This bacterium can begin to reproduce and spread, and this new population can, of course, still produce and emit the toxins that are so problematic for the infection. Our approach does not allow resistance to develop in the first place. All the bacteria are coated with a kind of protective layer that prevents them from producing toxins, so they remain harmless. The resistance that occurs with antibiotic use never develops.
Even if the chemist doesn't think the woods can provide the answers to antibiotic resistance in bacteria, he still enjoys searching here.
I'm looking for mushrooms for dinner. I like the taste.
Stefan Sieber hopes that within around a decade, his method of fighting bacteria could be used to help heal patients with multi-resistant infections.